sounds really good, but it's, for the most part right now, yo, what up? It's your boy Dash Lucky Cocoa Butter, Marcus if you know me like that. And today we're going to be doing another reaction. It's a little different this time because it's a debunking channel. They debunk ghost videos specifically. It's called, hold on, I had it in my brain and I lost it. Rick Debunks. And the video is Top 5 Hard to Debunk Scary Videos featuring Abuid Hernandez Alvarez. I don't know how to say that first name. But, yeah. The thumbnail said they couldn't debunk them. I just wanted to, you know, see what they were like. Get my fucking debunking skills on them. But, let's go for it.
Too sure how this guy did this, but in number 5 we have the "That's Not Michael" video from Reddit.
Hey Michael, is that you? It's not Michael. Hey Michael, is that you? It's not Michael. Hey Michael, is that you?
What about this video?
It's not Michael. Michael, is that you?
Or are you just watching this on repeat?
It's not Michael. Hey Michael, is that you? It's not Michael.
Okay.
Next up, another video from Reddit. I'm not too sure how this guy did this, but it's kind of cool.
Did I
Let's
miss
check it out.
something?
A little mashup of 5 videos that...
Well, okay. This is just practical effects. This is just a guy in a fucking thing. And he turns around with fucking glowing... I mean, you know how easy it is to put an LED and a wire and another LED that's super bright and a wire? You wouldn't be able to see the wires because it's dark.
Next up,
I mean, I guess...
another video from Reddit. I'm not too sure how this guy did this, but it's kind
Number
of cool.
4,
Let's
this
check it out.
video from Reddit. Okay. I mean, it's glass, so there's no magnets, right? I mean, the first thing that came to my head would be, I mean, do you see it not moving at any point in time? It's already moving. Okay, it's not stopped and then it starts moving and then falls. The whole time it's in transit. So, I mean, it could be you have a guy right here that just pushed it, and then all you have to do is just make a mask right where the thing starts. I mean, it's already in transit. It literally, all you have to do is go poop and then mask it out. If it was sitting still and then it started moving, it would be a little bit harder to do that. But
Next up, in number 3, we got
That's how I
this
would
video
debunk it.
from the channel Paranormal Nightmares. This guy gets up to get some cereal, and box of cereal
I've seen
keeps
this.
moving behind his back. I'm not too sure how they actually pulled this one off, but I'm pretty sure it's fake. But it's a really well done video. I think there's a magnet under the counter and there's someone hiding under the counter, but I can't be for sure. Maybe it's actually just freaking haunted, but I doubt it. Up next, we got
well, I mean, if it was someone hiding underneath the cabinet, that went all the way past the sink. And the space between the sink and this drawer isn't actually there. It's just a facade. That sink gap would be a small, I mean, if this hole under here was hollowed out, which I don't think it would be. I think you need this to be a solid piece because this is a granite countertop. But I mean, even if you didn't, if this was all hollowed out, it would literally be a construction job and a half to put a couple magnets under here and slide them around if there was someone underneath there. Now, if you just had like a pulley system, that's just a string and a pulley here and a pulley here and a magnet that just kind of went, and then you'd have to put it back while it was and then if it resets, it might kind of like move it a little bit. See, it goes all the way past the sink and then falls down. Having it fall down wouldn't be too hard. You just have it, once the magnet goes, it just kind of comes back down like this. Then once it got to the edge, I mean, falling off just could have been a happy accident. But magnets would probably be this is definitely I would say a practical effect. I mean, it would be not too difficult to edit it because it is a static shot. But you would have to have someone off screen here, like pushing it, and you would just have to edit them out because there's no cuts, so there's no, it gets pushed over here, and then he interacts with it afterwards and then moves it again and it gets pushed around and he interacts with it afterwards. So I think mechanical's probably the best bet for this one. Mechanical or haunted, like the guy said.
Up next, we got this video from WinNMCPix on TikTok. I'm not too sure how he did everything in there, but he told me I did a good job with my debunk. Let's have a look at it, guys.
Like 5 minutes. I went down there, checked the doors, and nobody's at the front door. Seriously, whoever this is.
Was that a shadow creature hiding in the corner? Or was that something else?
Seriously, whoever this is.
That shadow creature thing sitting there?
I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. Whatever it takes, I'll stand out here until somebody shows back up. I don't care, I'll stand here and watch it. Ooh, okay, that's an issue. Get that. Holy.
I mean, this one's really good, but it's
okay.
For the most part right now.
Not this again. Oh my.
And number one, we got.
All right. So how I would say this is done. All those sound effects, the thumping. I mean, I didn't see when he was outside, but did the button actually get pushed in?
I don't care. I'll stand here and watch it. Ooh.
I don't think the thing actually got pushed in. Let me slow it down just a bit. Just a wee bit. No, I don't think it did get pushed in. So, normal. All the sound effects are added after the fact. The thumping, the knocking. Literally, all you have to do is record this, right? Stand where you're going to be. You go, okay. You do your whole spiel, like, oh, that's spooky. You have the reveal of when you come back in, all your stuff's open. And, that just takes a little bit of organization, some smart planning with the camera. When I'm walking through here, you fucking walk behind me and open up the door and go outside so the door's open. While I'm outside with the door closed, you just open up a couple cabinets. It is super creepy to have those footsteps coming towards you and there's nothing there. Like that definitely, even though I could tell just the doorbell was added in post, because you just, I got off on a tangent. You sit there, you go through your whole spiel, then you go back and you go, okay, and you stand in the place you have and you're recording a new video. You say, ring the doorbell. All right, knock on the door. All right, good. And you go outside and you stand in front of the doorbell where you were and you ring the doorbell and you know exactly what the thing should sound like according to how far away and how close and all that stuff. You don't even have to think about it. You just recapture those sound effects, put them in post. You can edit a video TikTok size and just upload that edited video to TikTok. You know, it doesn't have to be captured on your phone. So that's what I'd say.
Ooh, okay, that's a big deal. Get
That is super creepy. But literally, and then this like creepy, like, that's a creepy nut. That's just another creepy sound effect added in post. But literally, he looks in here, right? I mean, someone could have been fucking around in all this shit, opening it all up, and then they just go off screen. They could be in this hallway. They could be in this hallway. You have another person in this hallway. I mean, they could even be making that creepy noise if you didn't want to add too many sound effects in post. But, I mean, he doesn't, like, investigate that room. He just goes, fuck that, and he's out.
hallway.
I mean, he kind of gives it a...
Okay. Oh my gosh.
See, these, you got a couple things open. You got the doorbell ringing.
Not this again. Not this again.
And then you turn around and the door is open. So, it's not a impossible thing to do with just adding sound effects in post and a couple of clever shit get moved around.
And number 1, we got Abuid Alvarez with his mirror video. This one got me scratching my head, guys. I have no clue how he pulled this one off. I think he did it with CGI, but it's a great video. Let's have a look at it.
Okay, so we've got a mirror. We've got a tripod with, I don't know, what is this, a GoPro on it? Okay. We got some shadow movement right here. Is this in front of the door or is this in the reflection? It's probably in the reflection. So that's moving around a little bit, dancing. Camera gets moved. Anything else? Probably. What's going on here? Oh, okay, so this is like the flap. This is the LCD flap on the camera. And this is the actual lens. Okay. I was a little confused. Did it go the other direction? Or did it... It just fell down more? I mean, is it still going? And then that closes. Okay. That opens up.
That's going to be it for this video.
Well, my first and initial reaction to that was it could just be a shitty tripod. I mean, literally all it did was go fit thing, and then the thing started flapping open and closed. So, I mean, I don't think. I mean, doing it was like in post, you would. The hard part about doing it in post is when he hits the camera. If you were sitting there hitting the camera and just editing yourself out of hitting the camera, I feel like that little jiggle blur would be hard to get that out properly. So like, when does it fall? All the way down. That when it like hits, there's like a lot of motion and all that stuff. That would be kind of hard to work around in post. But something that you might be able to do is if you just had like a green ball. I mean, the lighting is so shitty that like if you had a green ball to green screen, I mean, I was thinking if you just had a green ball and you were just throwing it at the camera and then you just keyed the ball out, then it might not be too difficult. But even that has its own problems. I mean, another thing you could be doing is just mechanical. I mean, literally, the lighting is so bad that if you had a fine enough, like, probably a white thread because it's on a lit up background and everything else is just silhouetted, there's like no detail at all. If you just had a string that you were just kind of going tink, tink, tink until it fell over, and then you had another string attached to the flapper and you were just kind of fucking with it, giving it a jiggle, perhaps that wouldn't, really show up. Because you're not getting a shot of a camera. You're not filming a camera. You're filming a camera, filming itself in a mirror. So, and it's not really the greatest camera. I mean, if the lighting was a little bit better, then perhaps the camera would perform a little bit better, but it's just not great. But yes, I would say probably more mechanical than CGI for this. Whether it be mechanical just because, I mean, it also could be a ghost. I'm not throwing that away either. But I mean, you feel like the ghost just comes out and he's like, "How does this thing work?" And he's just fucking whapping it. Psh, psh, jiggles the thing a little bit, whaps it again, and then goes, "Oh, this thing can close. Open, close." Like, what is the ghost doing with this camera? You know what I mean? Anywho, that's the video. Those were definitely some head scratches. The first one was a throwaway. That was literally just a guy in a suit with some light up eyes. But the rest of them, a little puzzling. I mean, I figured out some ways I would do it. I'm not saying that's how it was done, but I mean, another thing I thought that you could do with that glass bottle is it's just looks like it's a table that's flat, but it's just a table that's on its edge at a slight angle, and you just set the bottle on there, and then once it starts sliding, you film it, and you just have the camera angle to just optical illusion, basically, is another way you could do that bottle. Anyways, if you like the video, you like this debunking stuff, go check out I think it's Rick Debunks. Is that what it was? Yes. There'll be a link to this video in the comments and his channel in the description. I don't put stuff in the comments unless you guys ask questions and stuff. Then I'll reply. But yeah, give him a like, give him a subscription. I'll catch you guys on the flip.